over here at Creation Station. I'm going to do about 6 or 7 different bath bomb mold demonstrations. I've been slacking off lately as far as that is concerned because I've been really busy. I'm sure you guys are too. This is the middle of the season and I've got huge events that we do in the summertime. That being said, let's get right into this. Okay, so every time that I make a batch of bath bombs, it's 4.5 pounds. That for me produces between 12 to 14 bath bombs depending on what it is. If they're the round sphere, 2.5 inch, which is what I sell for the adults, I can usually get about 12, sometimes 13 out of that. If I'm doing the 3D printed, like different character molds, I can get about the same amount, about between 12 to 14. So in here, I have got 1/2 teaspoon of mica, and that gives it this kind of tannish color. It's a little bit darker than like a flesh tone. It's a little darker than that. So this has got oatmeal in it. I've got 2 ounces of oatmeal in here, and I'm scenting this with oatmeal, milk, and honey. Whenever you add additional powders, make sure you increase your liquid just a little bit. Don't go overboard, you know what I mean? Like, don't be too heavy-handed with the liquids, because then it's going to be way too wet and you're just going to have a disaster on your hands. That's that. We're going to do this little guy today, who is a wolfman boy. Look how cute he is. It consists of a bottom plate, an outside ring or cylinder, whatever you want to call it, and a plunger. So we're going to go ahead and put the plate on the bottom, put the cylinder on the top, and just stick that down in the bottom of our tray. We're going to get some light sprinkles. Give it a shake to make sure that the mixture gets inside of all of the cracks and crevices. I'm going to add a little bit of embed powder. So I'm going to make a little divot right in the middle with a spoon. I just use one of these long iced tea spoons. Works really well. All right, so I made a little divot right in the middle here. I'm going to add some embed powder. A little teeny bit more on the red. Continue to sprinkle. Give it the shake. You want to fill it all the way up to the top. And if you see any cracks or crevices or little holes, just fill those in. Give it another little shake. Take your plunger, stick it on the top. You can do it a couple of different ways. I usually pick this up and kind of give it a little tap, get rid of the excess, just so I have a clean working space. Some people just keep this in their hands and just press like this all the way around. Just press that plunger down in. You're holding on to the bottom. You're using this part of your hand, the palm and the ball of your thumb, and you're pressing all the way around, turning it. Some people, like me, put it down on the table and give your presses and turn. What I have been doing lately, and that has been saving my wrists and my shoulders, is using this press, this arbor press that my husband modified, Mr. Soap Chef. You know, bless his little heart, you know what I mean? Like, I have really bad shoulders and wrists and the whole 9 yards. So he took this bottom plate off, made a different plate out of the 3D filament. He took these 2 pieces off, made plunger pieces for me. This has been a lifesaver, let me tell you. So we've already pressed with our hands. We've already pressed on top of the table. Now let's go into this arbor press. You want to be real careful with this. I learned the first time that I used it that I was pressing way too hard. It doesn't take hardly any pressure whatsoever. Just a little bit. Whoop, that's it. See? That's it. I mean, seriously, that's it. Go all the way around. I usually do one in the middle, and then I go all the way around the perimeter. Now that we've taken care of molding it, let's unmold it. We're going to tap all the way around this outside shell. Put it down and tap on that top plunger. Turn it over and tap on that bottom plate, which has the design. All right, we're going to take our fingers underneath. Underneath. See the plunger? Stick your fingers underneath there. You're going to take your thumbs and you're going to stick them on the top of that cylinder. And you're going to push up with the bottom of both of your fingers while you're pushing down with both of your thumbs. See, that top plate just popped off, but that's fine. Get back on there. We're not ready for you yet. All right. So you can either do 2 things. You can either take that plunger off right now. What I like to do is turn it over and remove that smooth surface, the plunger, so that I can put this flip plate on the smooth surface that does not have the design, because I don't want to wreck the design. and then just simply lift up and off with that bottom plate, and there's your design. Here's your wolfman. Look how cute he is. That is cute. All right, so we've got him. Now I'm not going to go over the technique with the rest of these. I'm just going to go ahead and do it so that we can speed along here. All right, so now we've got a cat bat or a vampire. What is he? No, he's a cat bat. Same situation. Plate on the bottom, cylinder on the top. It's always good to give your mix a little bit of a fluff. There we go. Because you want to get the wetter stuff that's on the bottom floating up to the top so it can start to dry a little bit too. So just sprinkle. And if you don't know what your bath bomb consistency should be, grab a handful, you guys. Squeeze it really hard and see if it stays together. Drop it and see if it stays in its form. That's how you know you're ready, okay? In case you didn't know before. All right, let's make a little divot because we're going to put some embed powder in him too. By the way, my embed powder is just regular bath bomb mix that I lay out on a sheet tray and let it dry, and then I grind it up really fine. I don't do the 1-to-1 ratio with your baking soda and your citric acid for my embed powder. I don't do that. You can, and most other makers do. I do not. So I'm going to continue doing this with the arbor press because it really does save me. All right, again, one press in the middle. That's all you need. And then just go around the outside, just a little bit. I'm barely even pressing. This is exerting a lot of force. I went through this whole thing a couple of videos ago, if you guys want to watch that. All right, let's tap. And there's our cat bat. That's cute as hell. I don't care who you are. All right, next up we've got Dracula. Dracula. All right, next up, let's do the Reaper. Do you guys love the smell of oatmeal milk and honey? I sure do. Love, love, love. I'm using the exact same technique on every one of these molds. right in the middle, and then all the way around the perimeter. Very lightly. This exerts 2,000 pounds of pressure. There's our Reaper. Okay, next we have a Halloween owl. He's creepy and spooky and a little angry looking, if I might say so. If you have big clumps that you see wind up down in here, just break them up with your hands. No big deal. You don't want to really leave the big clumps in there because it might unmold kind of wonky on you. Might be a little on the crooked side and there might be a gap or a hole, a little air pocket in there. Putting a little teeny bit more mix right up on the top near those ears, because those, in my opinion, would be like a little bit of a stress point. Might break off. I doubt it, but it might. All right, right in the middle. There's our owl. Okay, and the last one that we're going to do is going to be our mug full of eyeballs. Let's just do this one by hand because that's how most of you are going to be doing them. I'm sure probably none of you have this, so let's just do it by hand. All the way around, or you can put it down on the table, push and turn. And there's our mug of eyeballs. All right, you guys. That's it for today. We just wanted to do 6 different molds today because, like I said, I apologize. I have been slacking off on doing the mold demonstrations. Usually wintertime is the best time for me to really knuckle down and start doing all of the demonstrations of the molds, because we don't do events in the wintertime. But come May all the way down to December, we're booked. The entire rest of the year, we're just booked crazy. All right, you guys, I think that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for coming by. If you would please like, comment, share, subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Helps get my videos out to more people. Until we meet again, though, be kind and stay humble. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.